What's going on, guys? Your boy Random Amazing here, back with another video, and in today's video guys, me showing off Hu Tao alongside Kazuha and Xilonen for the double 40%, well, 36%, 40% red shred, and then the double 40% elemental buff from both of them. So in today's video guys, we're actually going to be rocking a mono pyro variant of this team. So kind of the same idea as like the hyper carry Nuvolette team, where you run like Farina, Nuvolette, and then Kazuha, Xilonen. I actually wanted to try out Hu Tao, Bennett, Kazuha, Xilonen. Now the thing is though, with Bennett and Hu Tao and the kind of like reverse synergy, they don't really work the greatest together guys, because Bennett is healing on his actual burst, but because I have him at C6, he will actually be providing the pyro damage buff when he's inside the circle, right? So obviously this right here, we get 15% pyro damage buff. The only thing that really sucks though is that because of one of Hu Tao's talents here, where when we're less than 50% HP, we would be getting more power damage bonus that way, right? Bennett is still providing an attack buff though. I have him at level 12 or level 9, right, on the elemental burst right there, so it should still be a fairly substantial buff for Hu Tao. And yeah, I mean, I think alongside this team guys, for just mono pyro damage, we're gonna do a fairly good job. Remember, we have 40% red shred from Kazuha because we are rocking a Viridescent Venerer set, and then we also do have the elemental damage buff, right? I think it's this one right here. And then Xilonen, we're going to get the 36% resistance shred, alongside the fact that we have Scroll of the Heroes Intercity. And since we're only running one element, it's going to be very easy to get this, you know, elemental damage buff for Pyro specifically. Alright guys, so before we actually hop into the Spiral Abyss, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe guys, as we are on the road to that 1,000 subscribers. And if you guys didn't know, we are doing a 5x Welcome Moon giveaway at 1,000 subs. So if you haven't hit that sub button already, man, what are you doing? Make sure to hit it, and also turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on future videos. And with that out of the way, man, let's hop into the Spiral Abyss and let's see what we're able to do. Alrighty guys, so we are hopping into floor 12 chamber 1. I am going to go with the character elemental mastery, as it's going to buff Kazuha's swirl damage, and we're not really getting any other reactions though, so I guess that's the only real thing we're kind of buffing here, but we should still be good though. Let's hop in and let's see. So let's do the elemental skill right there into the resistance shred. Let's do this, and then we'll do the second one right there. Let's do the Bennett burst, elemental skill, and here we go with Hu Tao. Let's see, so what are we saying? 60, what was that, 68? 68k? 68k guys. This is okay. Remember too, right, this guy has an absurd amount of resistances guys, this enemy right here, especially against pyro. So the fact that we full res shred all that pyro resistance that he has is kind of crazy. Like we're res shredding so much that even though he's pyro, we're still hitting like 60k on him. He's dead. That was like 30 seconds. That is insane, man. Okay, so there we go. Let's do the elemental skill with you. Let's do the res shred again. Let's do the burst into the elemental skill with you, and he's gonna come back up here. There we go. Let's do the burst into the burst with Kazuha. I'm gonna elemental skill. There we go. Xilonen, just reapply it, and Hu Tao, here we go. 70k guys. Wow, that's actually like really good. The double red shred is really felt against the consecrated beast, huh? Like you can actually see it being felt. Okay, let's do the elemental skill. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, let's do the elemental skill burst, and then yeah, we can just finish it off here guys. There we go. So okay, that was all right. It was about a minute and 20 seconds, so not like the best half of a side or anything like that, but it felt strong though, right? It definitely felt strong. We saw a lot of damage from Hu Tao there, and considering the first guy was also a pyro consecrated beast, like he has absurd amount of resistances anyway, so I'm honestly, I'm gonna take that as a pretty good chamber, man. Yeah, okay, so let's move on now to chamber 2 guys, and we'll see what else we're able to do. Alright guys, now moving on to floor 12 chamber 2, I am going to go with the character elemental skill damage, as even though it's not really going to be buffing Hu Tao specifically, because I don't think elemental skill damage buffs the use of her elemental skill. I think it's only really buffing characters that actually do damage for their skill, so I mean it's not going to be a crazy buff, but I think we'll be still good guys. So let's do the elemental skill here. Let's do Xilonen. Let's do the Kazuha swirl, and I'm going in with Hu Tao on the charge attack. So yeah, 63k right there guys, not bad. And since we're charge attacking through the enemies as well, we kill both of them. Really good, really good. Let's do the swirl with Kazuha, and then we'll get the burst going with Bennett as well. Let's do this elemental skill, and let's elemental skill with Hu Tao. 80k. Okay, there we go, that's pretty good, man. You know, the thing is, this is obviously not as like more damage than like a vape team guys. Like obviously it's not going to be more, right? Like you're getting more damage from like a vape team than you are this team, but this is still like I'm gonna take this, right? Like considering this is just raw pyro damage, I mean that's really good. Still not in the realm of like Arlecchino or anything like that, but that is still very, very strong, guys. We'll definitely take that that chamber, man. Okay, let's move on now to chamber 3 and we'll finish this out. Alright guys, so we are now on floor 12, chamber 3. I am going to go with the character normal and charge attack damage right there. Is obviously going to be the best thing to pick up. And yeah, let's hop in and let's see what we're able to do. So let's do the red shred right there. And let's just start doing damage to Hu Tao. So 67k, honestly not bad considering everything, guys, right? Like that's actually like really good damage. And, you know, we don't have a Bennett burst up or anything like that, so that's still really, really good. Let's do the elemental skill with you. Let's do the burst actually right here. And since we got them both like lined up together, let's actually do the red shred again. And I'm gonna just start elemental skill and then doing the damage. So yeah, I mean, look at that. That's what 90k when we have it in that burst right there. Let's do the burst. There we go. And 130k right there. Okay, so that was honestly a very, very smooth you know, chamber right there, guys, on that side. Yeah, I mean, what was the time left over? Okay, so yeah, I mean, 35 seconds on the first half. That's good, right? That's really good. So yeah, man, definitely you know, a strong team right there for Hu Tao. I'm liking it, man. The double red shred is going to be strong, and I think on the second phase, when we actually hop into the second half of all the chambers, I think that's where we're really going to see the you know, the potency of the double red shred, right? So alright guys, so let's move on now to the chamber 1 second half, and we'll do the second half of the abyss now. Alrighty guys, now moving on to chamber 1 second half. We actually have a lot of time as well because I was running my riding team on the first half and it was pretty good. So let's see what we're able to do, guys, on multi-wave with Hu Tao here. So let's start it up. Let's do the Bennett burst into the Kazuha swirl right there. Let's do the burst with Kazuha as well into the Xilonen, and we can just start going crazy with Hu Tao right here, guys. So there we go. 88k, man. 88k is really good. Let me burst. How much does that do? Oh, we almost actually just killed right there too. That would have been crazy if we actually got the kill. But yeah, no, really, really good damage there though regardless. I'm gonna try and do another swirl right here. There we go. And we can just finish this off with Hu Tao and just start charge attacking towards the next guys. And remember too, guys, that the red shred from Xilonen carries over. So the you know, the red shred from Kazuha doesn't carry over, unfortunately, but we still do get the full red shred from Xilonen, right? So that's really, really good. Alright, so let's just start charge attacking again, and here we go, here we go. So through the shield, I mean, through shield is 80k. Oh, that's what I saw in that guy, right? Like, that's insane. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. There we go. Let's do this. Bennett into his burst again. Let's do burst with Hu Tao. Why not? Let's just see. Okay, so yeah, that was not like super crazy right there. Definitely could have been a lot stronger right there on the burst, but I mean, we're still doing a really, really good chunk of damage, guys. Those guys are dead, and now we're on the last two guys right here. So let's see. These guys are going to be a little bit annoying for sure, right? Yeah, so let's see. Let's do the burst with Bennett, and then we can do another elemental skill here with Kazuha, and I'm going to do his burst. Let's do elemental skill with Xilonen, and here we go. This should be a lot of damage. Yeah, I mean, 80k, right? 71. Let's do the burst. Boom! Got him. 95k right there to finish it off, guys. Yeah, I mean, that felt pretty good. You know, I had a really good first half, obviously, before this Hu Tao team. But we cleared it, guys. I mean, that was really, really fun, and I actually do like this team a lot. I think the only thing that really sucks is that Hu Tao is, she's not really getting as much of a buff as she would be if it was like Arlecchino, right? If it was Arlecchino on the field instead, Bennett would be buffing up Hu Tao or Arlecchino more than Hu Tao necessarily, right? You don't get as much of a buff because Hu Tao's a HP scaler. Even though she does convert it to attack, it's still at the end of the day, you know, mainly for her HP, which is not the greatest. But I mean, it's gonna be completely fine, guys. Let's move on to chamber 2, and yeah, we'll see what else we're able to do. Alrighty, guys, now hopping into chamber 2 second half. This is against the what is it, the plunge boss, right? So the rhythmic enhancer, I think that's how you call it. So let's hop in, guys, and let's see what we're able to do against this guy. So one tech that I actually did learn recently, guys, is that if you actually do the plunge with Xilonen and you're kind of far away from the boss too, right? Like if you don't actually like hit him, you can keep the plunges going like that and actually get the full plunges off, which is really, really good. So let's do that. Let's do the burst with Xilonen, why not? And let's get the red shred going, and then we're in on Hu Tao, and let's just start charge attacking here, guys. So 70k, and I can mix some plunges in there too, why not? So 61 on the plunge right there, not bad at all, man. And we're not getting knocked back either. I mean, that was fairly good damage. I do want to try and get a you know, a Kazuha burst in the middle there too. That could be pretty fun. And then we'll see what we can do with that. So let me just get everyone's burst right there. There we go. And all right, so let's do the burst with you into elemental skill, and let's do, okay, so I'm just gonna Bennett burst now. I'm gonna Kazuha burst. That's gonna break it. We can do this into Xilonen. There we go. And then all for Hu Tao right here. Let's see. So 80k. So I get knocked back, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to jump. Let's see. Plunge. Okay, 97. That's pretty insane. 70 right there. We did get knocked back a little bit right there, guys. So it kind of messed it up. But still doing really, really good damage though, regardless. So let's do burst with Xilonen. There we go. And then I'm gonna do the Kazuha swirl. Let's do elemental skill with you. Let's go back in. Let's do the plunges again. And yeah, we're just gonna break the shield. And then I'm gonna go for all of our damage again. So let's do that into this. Let's do burst with Kazuha. Into elemental skill with Xilonen. And then charge attacks from Hu Tao. I'm gonna plunge right there. We gotta time the plunges a little bit, right? So we don't get knocked back. But yeah, guys, the damage, I mean, that's good. 80k, right? Like, that's strong damage. And then he gets the shield up. So yeah, right at that last second, like, we can't really do much. So I try my best right there. But we have about 30 seconds left, guys. That was a really good first half that I had too. So yeah, I mean, is this gonna be a good second half team? So far, it's all right. You know, it's nothing super crazy. Let's do the elemental skill into the burst. Here we go. And we have Kazuha scroll ready. So here we go. And we just gotta charge attack till we finish them off. So there we go. And the plunge right there, guys. So okay. It's alright, it's alright. I think on the enhancer right there, definitely not like the best team or anything like that, but you could see, like, you know, with the red strike, guys, like, I was doing good damage, right? Like, it actually was not bad at all. Okay, let's see what we do against the Legatus Golem now, because I know he has a ton of resistances. We were probably gonna attack through the shield as well, since we don't have like a Zhongli or anything to insta break it. So yeah, alright, let's move on to the final chamber here, guys, and we'll finish it out. Alrighty, guys, we are now on Chamber 3, second half. Let's finish out this fight, guys, against the Legatus Golem, and let's see what we're able to do, man. So let's start it up. Let's do the elemental skill with Bennett into that right there with Xilonen, and then yeah, we're gonna just have to pretty much stall here, guys, so we get like a Bennett burst going and Kazuha swirl, all of that. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do elemental skill with Xilonen, and let's see the damage right here. This is through shield, so 60k through shield, right? So that's how we know we're resistance rating this guy like an absurd amount, because we're doing that much damage through the shield, guys. Like, that's really, really insane to think about, right? Not a lot of like teams can dish out, you know, that much damage through a Geo shield like that. I think that's actually really, really strong. So let's swirl the Pyro right there. There we go. Okay, and then we gotta break this right here. So let's see. There we go. Okay, and then we can actually break that. We do the swirl. Let's do the Bennett burst and into Hu Tao. And 100, what was that, 120k? Damn! Yo, 120k Hu Tao charge attacks? Yo, that's raw pyro damage too, right? 95k right there, so we're running out. Still good though, guys. I mean, hey man, I can't even complain about. That's really, really good damage. Alright, so what we'll do here is we'll do the burst into this. Elemental skill, right? And then elemental skill with Xilonen, and I'm gonna burst with Xilonen right there as we get hit. And we do just go with the charge attacks with Hu Tao. And yeah, I mean, through shield again, guys, like 60k through shield, right? When we crit. 43k when you know, we don't have the Bennett burst, right? Like, that's still really good. Okay, so yeah, nice. All right, so we got about 50 seconds left. I didn't have like I mean, I had a pretty good first half, I would say, but it wasn't like as crazy as like my second chamber or anything like that. But okay, let's finish this out here, guys. Let's do this, break this right there, boom, and then here we go. Let's do this into that, into red shred with you, into elemental skill burst. Here we go, guys. This is where we finish him off. 117k, 95, what was that, 95 again, and boom, there we go. Okay, we got him, guys. And yeah, that was actually really good. You can see that the damage even through the shield was red shred so much that we were actually just almost hitting the full amount of damage we would normally do, which against Legatus Golem is really felt. Like, Kazuha and Xilonen as a combo, guys, is always gonna make whatever DPS you're running like a just insane damage dealer. And yeah, that felt really strong in my opinion. So let's hop out and I'll give you guys my final thoughts on this Hu Tao team. Alright, guys, so we just got out the Spiral Abyss. Now, in terms of like my opinion on this team right here, I think it's a fun team. Definitely not like Hu Tao's like main teams you're gonna run. It's more of just like a fun team to mess around with. Like, if you got the team, right? Like, if you're someone that's like an Arlecchino main, you're probably already running this team, but instead of Hu Tao, Arlecchino already, right? And that's obviously gonna be really good for you too. But yeah, no, I think this is like a very solid team just to mess around with. And you could see that it is felt, you know, having the 36% red share from Xilonen, and then also the you know, the 40% red share from Kazuha, and the double 80% pretty much total elemental damage buff, right? That's obviously very, very felt too. And yeah, you guys saw when we were attacking enemies that have super high resistance, Hu Tao was dealing a lot. And I mean, my Hu Tao is pretty good, guys. 69 to 263. I think that's a pretty good ratio. I mean, obviously higher on the crit rate could have been a little bit better. But yeah, I mean, I was critting most of my hits anyway. We were doing a lot. So yeah, guys, I mean, yeah, that is it right there for Hu Tao. I think she did a pretty good job. But this is not her best team or anything like that. More just a gimmick team if you want to mess around and have fun, right? Because you do get the a ton of buffs. Oh, I actually forgot. It's actually because of Peak Patrol. It's actually 100% elemental damage buff, guys. 105% elemental damage buff, actually. So yeah, man. All right, guys, that is going to be it for the video. I'll have the builds at the end so you guys can see exactly what I was running. So that's gonna be it. I'm gonna see you guys on the next one, man. Peace out. Have a great rest of your day, guys. See you later, man.